Gonna do a quick sound check. Y'all can hear me? We're here, guys. Make sure that you guys are who's listening to the video actually get on Twitter. Y'all can hear me? We can hear. Can I get a sound check? Can y'all hear me? Sosa's back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Let me get 100 emoji in the chat if you guys can hear me speak. Are we good now? Charlemagne, are we live? Ah, look at that. We're back. Perfect. Um, the live video on Twitter ends in about 10 minutes. Make sure you guys get rid of that or retweet the YouTube space and share that onto your timeline. Appreciate everybody that's joined thus far, and let's get to it. It is week 15 in the NFL. We do have a lot of stuff to talk about, and a lot of stuff going on. It's been a great start for a lot of our favorite teams. As a 49er fan, being 9-4 entering this portion of our season, I had no idea or belief that we actually would, but here we are. Um, there's been some good, some bad, some ugly. We got, like I said, full slate. If you guys were listening in the spaces earlier, and that's most important. We got a bunch of opportunities to bet on some new shit. On my screen right now is Props Madness. You guys, if you guys aren't familiar, Props Madness is a data app, data site where people can go to use this to basically just get better at betting or find great trends, filter out information. Lo, what's good? Welcome in. Good morning. You don't have to, whenever you know, I'm saying get on camera or whatever. But Props Madness is great. Make sure you guys check out the site. If you guys check out the actual Props Madness site, you'll see that you can when you, at checkout you get 25% off your first purchase. And you love working with them. Their NFL stuff is currently in beta, so it's not necessarily like it's not super advanced like the NBA, but it is good. It is really really good because at the end of the day it fits my form of handicapping a little better, partially because it fits my form because I'm not like super dying for data when it comes to the NFL. You know, like I like the eye test, and I think data goes a long way when you're trying to like reinforce what you're betting for the NFL. But I don't really feel like data apps are like the end all be all or like a huge amazing resource for NFL betting. And people could think differently, but that's just where I'm at with it. I don't think I don't think like the whole data. I don't think that's a thing. I think that like when it comes to the NFL, the most important thing is knowing what you're seeing and understanding matchups more than anything else, to be totally honest with you. So with that being said, let's get into the plays. We're getting into plays in 3 minutes, trying to make sure everybody's situated. Some people are joining, some people aren't joining. I'm just waiting for them to pop in. All right, y'all can hear me? All right, we're back. No, I had it on mute, bro. It didn't cut out. I had you guys on mute. But again, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I haven't been on YouTube in a cool little minute. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. The comments are out here, I guess. Appreciate you guys, just pulling back up with the guy. My phone's on D&D. Prop, you should be logged in. I don't know if you're still logged in, but you should be able to add yourself. If you can't, just let me know. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of people already tuned in. Again, appreciate you guys for tapping in, and we're gonna get this stuff to where it is in a few seconds. All right, as you guys see on the screen, the first play that I love is Brenton Strange, his longest reception. He didn't get it last week, but last week had some extenuating circumstances in that football game. Why did it have those circumstances? The starting quarterback for the other team got hurt. Okay, since he's been back, he's got 6 targets last week. His longest catch did not cash, but obviously, again, I'm gonna say it again, extenuating circumstances took place in that football game that made it a little bit difficult to just kind of get a regular game plan if we're being totally honest about things, right? The starting quarterback from the other team being hurt is not something that you ever account for regularly, right? It's just, and then what it does is it allows for script on the other side to kind of go your way. The Jacksonville Jaguars didn't really have any issues once the quarterback went down. It was kind of just, let's get out of here healthy and win the football game. I'm rolling right back with Brenton Strange. I think the target share is going to be legit. You're going to see the same thing again from this team. Brenton Strange is going to get 6 to 7 targets. He should have, a couple of vertical shots against this Jets team. And tight ends have had some level of success. And also, I love the one who he's playing against. You're playing against a team that's playing 63% zone, going up against a tight end. You also see that some tight ends have gotten their number, some haven't. It's not been like some crazy hit rate for opposing tight ends. However, the guys that are guys have gotten their number. Noah Fant, starter, got his number. Jake Ferguson got hooked. He had 49. His line was 49.5. Harold Fannin cleared his number. Hunter Henry cleared his number. Mark Andrews and likely did not. In their matchup, Kyle Pitts just cleared his number. And again, this is his number at 39.5, which is my favorite play for him is his yards. But I do like his longest reception, as you guys can see, based on where they throw the ball, where he's located on the field, and what the New York Jets run. This is definitely a play that has been wildly successful across the board, which is Brenton Strange's longest reception. His longest reception is listed at 17.5. It was listed at 17.5 last week, but like I said, game script really got in the way, if we're being totally honest. If you're in the building, make sure you guys
So this is actually insane. All that shooting just happened.
Yo, so your mic is muted.
Yeah, I was like, is he muted or is it just me?
That's his mic.
How long did my conversation stop? When did I stop?
When you said everybody in the building, then it went to mute.
Oh yeah. I just saw more people joining. So I've got like this motion thing with my fucking mic. So like if I pat, it's like motion sensitive. So like if I put if a shadow goes over top of the mic, it just mutes. That's my fault. Y'all like anything in this Jacksonville Jets game? I don't have too much. It's just not a bunch of value. I'm just kind of running back a play that I know has been successful and teams have been successful with, which is just tight ends against this Jets defense. Prop, you like anything? Low, you like anything? And you're on mute, Prop, if you're speaking.
Yeah, nothing from me.
For sure.
The only thing I like is that Bayshore touchdown, bro. I'm riding with that.
Okay, Prop Plug likes what was that? Say it one more time.
The Bayshore anytime touchdown.
Okay.
Is this the first game y'all did?
Yeah. No. Well, I'm just running through plays because I have some plays out. I'm just
Okay.
That's what I'm on. Prop, you there?
You can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I like ETN rush yards in this one over the 74.5. I like him to score a touchdown as well. I was thinking about just pairing that together, his rushing yards and a touchdown to get some plus money. I really can't trust none with the Jets offense. Brees is playing, but he's banged up a bit. And with Brady Cook, I mean, I trust it, bro. You got no Mason Taylor, no Garrett Wilson. If anything, maybe receptions for Mechie. That's been a consistent thing since he got there, but that's about it. We can't hear you, Sosa.
You said receptions from Mechie?
I said if anything, but my play is ETN rushing yards and touchdown.
All right, we got ETN rushing yards.
74.5.
74.5. He hooked last week, but they were, that game was, we kind of know how that one went. Yeah. Again, I'm not mad. The matchup ensues again when you have a matchup of, and when you have a double-digit line, this is just how it goes, right? You're just looking for value. You don't want to overextend things, and that's really the name of the game in this one. Next game we're going to get into is the Arizona versus Houston game. Arizona 10.5 point dogs. Obviously, you have Houston, who's turned the corner. Their defense is playing well. Their offense looks to have found a level of competency over the last couple of weeks. I mean, their offense played pretty well with the backup quarterback. CJ's looked a little bit better recently. You know what I mean? He looked good in the second half on a couple of drives. Obviously, Chris Jones to start that third quarter turned into a fucking savage out of nowhere. But he was killing in the third quarter. I thought he finally got a steroid shot or whatever it was. And I thought Kansas City was going to figure out a way to win that game last week, and they were unable to do that. So I got to give a big shout out to the Houston Texans just figuring out a way at the end of the day. In this matchup with Houston, not mad at a lot of what you're going to see. Woody Mark's number of being at 77.5, I can't get with it, to be totally honest with you. Why? He hasn't cleared the fucking number once this year. I know the matchup is sweet, but how the fuck can I bet on something that this motherfucker simply just has not done all season? I just don't understand it. I can't do it. My favorite play would most likely be this one right here. Nico Collins' longest reception. His longest reception is 26.5. I know, we've gotten a couple of situations where he didn't get the number, but it's one of those, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it type of deals. I personally like that a lot. I do. Y'all like anything in this Houston Texans, Arizona Cardinals game?
Yeah, I'll say something on this. Don't just stop there with the longest reception. I like Nico Collins for 80 receiving yards plus 110. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got a honey bun against this Cardinals defense. The matchup is there. Like, they run a lot of cover four. That's when Nico does his best work against that type of coverage. And the matchup presents itself. So I expect them and CJ to connect quite a bit today down the field. So
Hey, Chew, DM me on Twitter. Prop, low, prop plug, profit. Anything you guys like in this one?
I left this one alone.
Who is this? Arizona?
Arizona versus Houston. Yep.
No, I got nothing.
I don't got.
I see some looks from the chat though.
Yes.
I like
what they talking about.
I like Trey McBride anytime touchdown plus 175 at FanDuel. That's my only look.
All right, not mad at that at all. I mean, he's consistent as fuck for them. 1 second, Chew. I'm gonna get that to you. All right. Well, we can move on from this one. Like I said, I'm gonna get through the. I think we'll get through these games relatively quickly, simply because the games are pretty. Some of these games are pretty terrible. That was a 42.5 Jets. Next game, brief talk over. We got Raiders at Eagles. The Eagles at minus 1,000 favorites. Laying 11.5 at home with an over/under of 38.5. It's snowing outside, but I think it should stop by the time the game starts. Obviously, the Eagles are used to playing in the cold. The Raiders are an indoor team. The only thing I liked in this game was for A.J. Brown to catch a 30-yard pass. His longest receptions at 23.5. This Raiders defense has just been pretty ass. I can't lie. Now, this is like every single receiver as of recent. I like him to perform well against them. I know that Smith is a little banged up. And like I said, the weather does play a part, right? The weather for sure does play a part. But I personally, I'm leaning on one big play from AJ. Hopefully, maybe a Saquon game, maybe a game where they can handle the Raiders and kind of just get them out the paint before anything happens. But that would be my only belief. I can't really trust too much from the Raiders side. And it's tough for me to bet on anything from like any of these West Coast teams traveling east early. Obviously, how could you be mad at Brock Bowers? He's a one-of-one talent, you know. He's just special, right? I think that's undeniable. His 50.5 yards is a thing, but again, very, very tough for me to bet on anybody on this team, especially given the quarterback play and just the inconsistency that we've gotten from both sides in regards to the Las Vegas Raiders. Prop, you like anything in this one? Low, Charles, prop plug, profit. Feel free to share anything you guys like in this one.
I really was just looking at this as, you know, the get right spot for the Eagles. I like the Saquon. I like his rushing yards. Honestly, I like him to score too. I was thinking about pairing him and Etienne since they both play at 12. I kind of been trying to do that a couple times this season where I take the rushing yards for some backs and then they touchdowns and pair it together. I've been getting closer each time. I do think both of those guys go over their baselines and they both score. So I like Saquon touchdown and Saquon over, I believe it's 79.5 rushing yards. I think he's good for 100 again today.
Yeah, I agree with prop. I'm sorry.
Oh, because I was going to say the same thing. I agree with prop. My only official bet in this one is Saquon anytime touchdown. They're 30th in rushing touchdowns allowed per game this season. And I just agree with prop. It's a get right spot. So I like Saquon to score. He's still leading that team in red zone rush attempts. Jalen Hurts is falling a little bit behind. You're seeing a little bit less of those like red zone scrambles. So big Saquon spot for me. We rarely get a price this good. That'll be my only spot in this one.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with with prop and profit as well. I think it's the Saquon spot. I mean, I think too, when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they tried to do a whole lot of passing in their last game, and we saw the result, right? A lot of interceptions on behalf of Jalen Hurts. So I think that they know at this point that you got to put the ball in your best player's hands, which is Saquon Barkley, and live with the results with that, right? So last time we saw Saquon Barkley in the snow as well, I think he was hurdling over people and running for crazy. Was that a playoff game when he was in the snow? He was going crazy, bro. So something about the snow Saquon likes for sure, right? We know that for sure.
I gotta pull the prop joint. Listen, it's 150 people here on YouTube watching the YouTube video. There's 17 likes. We're gonna just sit here in silence for like 10 minutes or 10 seconds or however long it takes for y'all to like the video. There's a little thumbs up button. It even says it on the screen, like right under the data app. So we'll pause for like a minute. Let y'all actually hit the thumbs up on the video, and when you do, we'll get back to regularly scheduled program. Also, the Twitter video is about to end right now, so you won't be able to get any information anywhere except for the YouTube link. Click the YouTube link, join the video, like the video.
And when we get back to it, I got something before we leave this game. But yeah.
Silencio. Say no, I'm just nah, go ahead, prop plug. You're good.
Nah, I'm gonna wait on it. We gotta get to where we need to be first. I'm just saying I got something before we move on.
You know what? I might be guilty of being a dick right now. I think I didn't retweet the video or I'm not saying I didn't refresh the video, and that's not the right number. It's actually at like 80. I'm an asshole.
This dude here,
I'm a
dog.
dick. I'm sorry, y'all.
My
No, but
gosh.
keep liking it anyway. Just keep doing it anyway. My fault. My bad, y'all. My fault. I'm a dick.
I'm gonna go at the prop plug. Go ahead, prop.
Yeah. I was gonna say I do think this is a get right game for the Eagles. I think this is definitely a get right game for their run game. This is definitely a get right game for Saquon. Whether it's just a running game, I feel like. So and a script, heavy favorite. So I like Saquon to score. I like that Bigsby to get them rushing yards. This might be like a fourth quarter bet because if Saquon get it done early, if Bigsby can get 2 carries, although he only had 1 last week, it don't take much to get like the 7.5 yards that he's at. So I'm familiar with them spots. I run them time to time. It might be like a fourth quarter bet if he's not getting any love earlier in the game. And then on the other side of the ball, I think Kenny Pickett rushing yards is a good look, a sneaky look. Mine is at like 7.5 some places. I feel like Kenny Pickett could run. I feel like he could pop one for 20 or 25, bro. I feel like he's playing for a job or something, playing his old team. He did cover that rushing yard line last time they played. And Carson Wentz gave the Eagles 30. If Carson Wentz can do it, so can Kenny Pickett. That's all I'm going to say. Just take a shot at like the 20.
Someone should put that on a shirt. If Carson Wentz can do it, that's what we need to.
Nah, for real, like quarterbacks cover versus them. So I'm taking a stab at the 20. That's it. Saquon touchdown, Kenny Pickett rushing yards, and then Bigsby gonna get a couple carries late in the game. I think.
All right. So for me, man, you know who's the cover 3 specialist on this Eagles team, man. I'm going Devontae Smith. 60 yards plus 126 on the blue book. The Raiders, they run a lot of that. Devontae is top 15 yards per route run against that this season. I seen him do this many times against defense that run cover 3. Like he gets the yards and sometimes he'll score. So even though it's snowing, I still think he has an opportunity to have a decent game today.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what up, Chew?
What up? It's nice to officially meet y'all other than prop, because I know I've been on the stage on prop show before.
For sure. Yeah, welcome, my friend. You like anything in this Eagles game? You bet anything in the Eagles game?
No, I know. Honestly, you already know what play I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that Broncos game.
For sure. All right. Let's see. Next game is, I'm going through these based on the spreads. Like I'm getting rid of the big spreads first.
Okay.
You got the Niners laying 12.5 against the Titans, an over-under of 44.5. Niners minus 900 on the money line. Listen, my expectation in this one is I love the matchup for George Kittle. I think that that Kittle is in line for a good game. I took him to score a touchdown. Obviously, hasn't scored in the last two. I'd like him to score against this team. Not mad at his receiving yards. His receiving yards are obviously 61.5. He does thrive with Brock Purdy at quarterback. He does, he performs better simply because Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback, and I think that they just have a rapport that's elite. They know how to work with each other, and they know how to also like make sure that they don't put each other in compromising situations. So love George Kittle anytime touchdown in this one. But that's it for me in regards to the Titans, San Francisco. I don't have a lot. I don't believe it's going to be a great game. And I don't think that there's a lot of love and opportunities for great props. Although the Niners defense has been relatively bad, which is undeniable. It has been relatively bad. However, I do think that it's important to remember that average offenses have been able to move the ball against us. They might not have necessarily been able to score touchdowns, but they have been able to move the ball relatively well against us, which is something that is a fact. Prop is left. Low, Charles, prop plug, profit. Y'all like anything in the Niners Titans game? Getting this game out of the way simply because I don't think it'll be very good.
I mean, I think Tony Pollard, if you're looking on the Titan side, would be the look for me. I mean, they utilize him for every damn thing. They utilize him for running the football, utilize him for screens as a receiver as well. So maybe taking a look at Tony Pollard. I see his rushing attempts is at 11.5, minus 140 on FanDuel. I couldn't talk anybody off of that because I think they utilize him a lot anyway. So he's definitely going to be in the game. 60% rush share. Okay, so he definitely, is the workload for sure for the Tennessee Titans compared to Spears, who has 30% of the rush share. So that would be my only look in this one. I would like to look at some stuff from San Francisco, but like you alluded to, Sosa, if this is a blowout, I just don't think that you guys as players will need to put forth a lot of effort to make things happen. So I guess I would look towards somebody that may be playing the whole entire game, and that would probably be Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I mean, I did look at Spears, Tyjae Spears. Let me see if I can pull up his receiving numbers. Tyjae Spears has been like a bit of a revelation. You look at his chart, 5 of the last 6, he's been really good as far as receiving yards. His longest reception as well has been a cash cow. If you guys have been paying attention, he's hitting 7 of his last 8. So, and the only game he didn't get that was Jacksonville, and that was literally hooked on the number that he's at today, and hooked on the number that he's at the time before. So he had ample opportunities. This is actually might be a gem for you guys. Tyjae Spears, longest reception, over 10.5 yards. Tony Pollard's as well has been a moneymaker. The reason why I bring it up is because, as you can see, as of recently, Pollard and Spears have been just as good as far as the receiving game, or as far as their roles have been like 50-50. But the last couple of games, the receiving has been a lot of Spears, and Pollard has gotten it going on the ground. I mean, last week he went fucking stupid. But Tyjae's receiving, I think, is really a thing. You know what I mean? You see it already. 6 out of 7 longest reception, and then receiving yards. What his receiving yards is 5 out of the last 6, and his longest reception has hit 6 of the last 7. So if we're talking receiving yards and that trend in general, Tyjae Spears, this is probably a weekly gem. It's probably free bread at this particular juncture, if we're being honest. One more again. Anybody in here for the San Francisco 49ers, Tennessee Titans? Okay, perfect. Awesome. Next game is this is great because I'm happy no one has anything in regards to those, because I'm trying to make sure that I get through all of the shitty games. Don't mean to be rude, but the spread is the spread. Next one is going to be the Colts taking on the Seahawks. The Seahawks are minus 1,200 favorites. The Indianapolis Colts have a starting quarterback that's 85 years old starting for them today. Phillip Rivers hasn't played in 5 years in the NFL. If I were to give you my full explanation in regards to this game, is this: first and foremost, if Indianapolis is simply able to compete today, I would be very, very shocked. I'm not going to lie to you. Not that I don't believe in the guy, but or don't believe in the Colts, but this is a very, very tough ask. You're going on the road against the Seattle defense that's just been nails. They've been outstanding all year. They got insane team speed. They play absolutely with their their heads on fire. The defense is insane. The only problem with that is, 1 second. The only problem is that Sam Darnold does have moments where he could see ghosts, but I honestly just believe that this should be a Seattle walkthrough. I mean, they're favored by 13.5 points for a reason. If Phillip Rivers comes out here and keeps this game any competitive to any degree, I would be very, very shocked, to be totally honest with y'all. I did take a small ticket on Jonathan Taylor, 30-plus receiving yards, for a couple of reasons. I just think that it's going to be check down city when you're dealing with a 40-some-year-old quarterback. It's tough to believe in anything that he might bring to the table. I mean, we've got some 40-year-olds who have made a splash as of recently. I know Joe Flacco looked decent for a little run last couple of years, whether it was with the Browns or with he's played some serviceable football. But my fear is that Phil's just in a bad situation. It's going to be Seattle belt to ass, and I can't expect anything else. I also did take Charbonnet for a touchdown. I see James Sayo I took Charbonnet for a touchdown. His touchdown's minus 105. Players of his stature have had success as far as power backs. His numbers at obviously is minus 105. You see his touchdown numbers here. And then you kind of see like running backs with his stature have had a level of success, whether it's a power guy like a Nick Chubb. Etienne scored twice last week. Tyler Algier scored twice. Tyjae Spears scored twice against this front. I wouldn't be surprised if Charbonnet is able to get in the box twice today. It would not shock me. I think Charbonnet 2+ touchdowns is well worth the sprinkle. I think it's a very good matchup based on DeForest Buckner not being available and the Indianapolis Colts offense having an inability to sustain drives. So that's my thoughts on that one. Anybody else with anything they like? Lo, we'll start with you. Charles, I know you probably have a couple things. Prop, plug, profit. Anybody who wants to go after that, feel free.
Yeah, so first thing that popped up in my head thinking of Phillip Rivers is, what does Phillip Rivers like? What do we remember him from the Chargers? What's his favorite targets? Tight ends, bro. He absolutely loves tight ends, bro. Right? Because he literally, created a Hall of Famer who was a basketball player turned football player who is in the Hall of Fame now. So when I thought of Phillip Rivers, I said, bro, you gotta look at Tyler Warren, bro. You got to look at Tyler Warren, a young Tyler Warren. He's going to love that energy. He's going to love to get it to him. And on top of that, I'm looking at it right now. Seattle versus tight end ones is terrible this season. They just allow tight end ones to eat. I think that Tyler Warren's receiving yards at 35.5 is just way too low. I think that he's probably going to crack somewhere around 50 today. Also, I think his longest reception, 15.5, is going to be too low. I think that he's going to end up catching one down the seams from Phillip Rivers. Once again, don't be surprised if Phillip Rivers goes to him a lot today, because that's what Phillip Rivers loves. He loves tight ends. All right. So, and I'm in agreement with you as well as far as checking down to Taylor as well. I think that a lot of that's going to happen as well. A play that I think a lot of people are probably not even paying attention to is Phillip Rivers. This is wild, but it's high for a reason. Phillip Rivers over 27.5 passing attempts. We're talking about a guy that they just went and got off of the damn couch, bro, and they got his number at 27.5 passing attempts. So, bro, they're gonna want him to throw, and it's gonna be part of the script, right? Because as you alluded to, they're probably gonna be trailing to the Seahawks, right? So they're gonna have to abandon the run at some point in time, and they're gonna rely on him passing the football. Absolutely love Phillip Rivers over 27.5 passing attempts. It's at minus 108 on FanDuel. Couple plays I like in this game, but I'm in the same boat with you. I think it's going to be kind of a slaughter fest for the Colts. But old Phillip Rivers, I think he's gonna try to show us something. I don't know how much of something it's going to be, but he's going to try to show us something. That's all I got.
For sure. I see Prop just joined back. You like anything for this Indianapolis Colts Seattle game? I promise you, these are the last of the shitty ones, bro. I tried to get through the shitty games as quickly as possible.
Yeah, my thoughts on this one was just JT receiving yards and receptions. I might pair him with Judkins since Sampson is out for Cleveland. So it'll be no other passing down back for the Browns today. Judkins will be a 3-down back, which he's capable of doing anyway. So yeah, I like JT's receiving yards and receptions. Definitely not mad at the Warren look that Lowe was just talking about, because we know Phillip Rivers loves his tight ends. So, but that was it. I didn't look at the Seattle side. I haven't been betting on Seattle much because it's just JSN or nothing, and then his line be insane. So I just be leaving it alone.
Bro, who you telling? I gave up on motherfucking Cooper Kupp. He should go home and be a motherfucking family man. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm over that guy, bro. Completely. I've had enough. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I got something for this one.
Word.
You guys pretty much said it, bro. Like, I was about to say JT receptions, but Low, I'm gonna take your angle with Tyler Warren. I'm gonna take his receptions as well. At least take the 5. I want the 5 at plus money because I mean, like you just mentioned, Seattle they will give it up to the tight end, as great as their defense has been this season. So I think him and JT, they should both get their receptions. And like me personally with JT, I might run the reception ladder because I mean, like you guys mentioned, like this is the first time Phillip Rivers has played in like a few years. So it like we expect the Colts to play from behind. It's just gonna be a bunch of checkdowns. And I think JT is gonna be the one that gets more of the check down slightly over Tyler Warren. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
Well, how many receptions you said for Warren?
It's over 3.5. Mine's 158. It's juice, but I like the 5.
Oh yeah, 3.5 is.
Oh shit, Prop! I forgot you said you got logged out. I fucking forgot you said that.
Oh, so I can't wait. I can still share my screen though.
Yeah, you can share your screen, but you can't see the banners. So I just have to change the banners for you. It's all good. Go ahead. It's good.
Oh,
whenever
okay.
you're ready, we can go to the next one. It's all good.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen now.
Of course, my dog shows up. My dog shows up with the biggest underdog of the day. What's up, baby? You said the Colts gonna cover? Ruby said the Colts gonna cover, y'all.
Oh, what a funny guy. What a funny guy.
Yeah, hey, man. I can only speak for the things that I've been through. But yeah, you can definitely share your screen, Prop.
It's sharing. You got to add it to the stage, though. I don't got no commands. It's in the presents.
Debo is active if anyone cares.
Chris Rodriguez inactive. Damn, I got him in fantasy. Oh shit, let me hurry up and replace him.
Man, I like this matchup today. Oh well.
Prop, hit Shift Command plus a couple times, or Shift Control Shift plus sign on the screen.
You guys starting Brian Thomas or Debo?
There you go. Ah, Lord, Brian Thomas. I wouldn't start. See, the thing is, Brian Thomas is boom or bust. Or is this a flex or is this a flex guy or is this like a wide receiver?
Flex.
See, are you ahead or behind?
Way ahead.
Then Debo has probably the higher floor because
Fair.
because Mariota's not going to go vertical, but like Brian Thomas has kind of been like gone. He's been like, you know what I mean? Like you haven't really been able to use him on the much, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like an equal opportunity offense. And like, it seems like he's going to the tight end and it feels like Jacoby Myers and him now have the synergy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the thing about Brian Thomas is Brian Thomas does give you that big play factor that Debo doesn't really give you. But then when with the backup quarterback in Mariota, the check downs, you might get a couple of rush attempts. You might get like a red zone rushing touchdown. Debo's got a little bit more juice. And I can't believe I'm saying that this year when everybody believed that Brian Thomas was going to be a fucking superstar after he put up those Michael Carter Williams numbers last year with Mac Jones.
I am a victim. I thought he was going to be a top 10 wide receiver. He's wide receiver 46. So
absolutely.
I got to start Devin Singletary in the fantasy playoffs now. Holy shit!
So who's out? Who got ruled out?
Chris Rodriguez.
Lord.
Vidal is available, but I don't want to take him against the Chiefs.
So who's going? Is it JCM backfield or is it McNichols who's running the ball for them?
Yeah, it's McNichols
or like a Debo. What's Debo rushing yards at?
That's why I'm not mad at the Debo look at all. Like the Debo look for sure. All right, Prop, you got the next game?
Yep.
I see you have it up. All right, bet. I'll be back in like 3 minutes. I gotta do something real quick.
All right, bet. All right, for the next game, it is going to be the Chicago Bears hosting the Cleveland Browns. Passing yards are low in this one, as y'all can see. Caleb is at 187.5. Shadur 181.5. I like Judkins receiving yards in this one as well as the DeAndre Swift. Hold on, let me switch to prop. So I'm like, why the hell are they showing me that? Hold on. So Chicago, Cleveland. I'm gonna go. I'm not mad at his. You know what? Maybe I'll go Judkins receiving yards actually instead of receptions. His receptions are like 1.5. I think it's like minus 130. But the receiving yards, where is he at? Here we go, 9.5. Yeah, I see he over in back-to-back games. The passing down back for Cleveland has been Sampson, and he is out. So I think that'll pick up the volume for Judkins. I think he's good for about 2 to 3 catches. It's like 7 degrees in Chicago today, which I don't think will affect passing like too much. I still think that Shadur could go over this 181.5 passing yards, but I like Judkins just because of the volume he'll have in a passing game. So Judkins over 9.5 receiving yards, and then Swift has respected the coin all season when it comes to receiving yards. Trent McDuffie just got ruled out too.
Oh, great.
Okay. And then Swift. I'm gonna do Swift receptions though. I'm gonna take the 1.5. You see, the 2.5 is plus 150, but I'm gonna take the 2+ as what looks do y'all got? I gotta go check my door right quick.
I'm looking at Harold Fannin anytime touchdown. Ever since Shador's been starting, he's been feeding Fannin, so it's like plus 290 right now. I think the blue book, every book's like 250 or better, I believe, right now. Yeah, everyone's like 275 to 295. Also like his receptions over 4.5. Obviously, the game script. I think they're 7.5 point dogs, so they should be throwing the ball a lot. We've seen Shadur throw the ball a lot already, so I don't think they're going to be, conservative with the play calling here. If anything, they might open it up a little bit. Harold Fannin would be my only look. I do have Judkins on one of my fantasy teams, so would love to see 100 yards and 2 tuds, but I don't actually see that. That's just what I'm hopeful for. So Fannin's my only real look. I don't know what y'all got. Do y'all got anything good?
I don't have a player prop in this one. I got something that's unique. And what I mean by unique, I got Cleveland plus 3.5 second quarter. All right. And where did I come up with this from? When you look at Chicago's numbers this season in the second quarter, they just don't cover the second quarter spread, right? Particularly to this number of 3.5. In 13 games this season, they've only covered a 3.5 spread in 2 out of the 13 games that they've played this season. Chicago Bears has. On the other side with Cleveland, they have covered a plus 3.5 spread in the second quarter in 10 out of their 13 games that they played this season. So a 76.9% hit rate for the second quarter. Something about the second quarter with Cleveland that they seem to be more involved in the football game at that point in time. So look for me in this one would be Cleveland plus 3.5 on the spread second quarter. And I think you can get this on FanDuel. Right now I'm seeing it on ESPN bet at minus 135, but take a look on FanDuel, see if it's there as well.
I like that look. I haven't noticed Cleveland being better in the second quarter, but I've absolutely noticed Chicago being worse. So I'm good with just fading Chicago in that spot. I like the 3.5.
Fanning?
Yeah, I like Fanning. I was talking about his anytime touchdown, maybe his receptions. And then we had some people in the chat. I like Judkins' receptions over as well.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Judkins. I was making a receptions builder for this one. It was Judkins 2 receptions, DeAndre Swift 2 receptions, Fanning 4 receptions, and Loveland 3 receptions. Probably end up locking that in on Onyx. It was like plus 360 last night. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lock that in. Honestly, I love it. Judkins rushing and receiving. Not mad at it. Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I also like Harold Fanning in this game too. Of course, I'm gonna run back that long reception. But it's crazy that the play social posted in the on Twitter. I mean, with the long receptions, I ran that last week and it just came up short, so I gotta run that back again for a lay. But as far
it's Harold Fanning.
Yeah, for Harold Fanning Jr.
Yep, love that.
All right, so
He's a dog, by the way, he's a fucking dog.
Oh, absolutely, and so I like him for 50 yards, minus 102. You know, like, well, I've heard it. I mean, I've seen that the Bears they've been kind of decent against tight ends this year, but this ain't your ordinary tight end because this guy lines up in the slot too. Like he lines up as like a wide receiver quite a bit too. And him and Shador, they starting to develop a chemistry. And I just like the spot for him today. So I'm in agreement with you guys.
Yeah, I think that Chicago's record isn't indicative of how bad their defense has played, but the thing that saved their defense is that they can turn you over. You know what I'm saying? You watched them last week, and their defense was fucking terrible. They went man against whenever they went man against Green Bay, they had no chance. They had no chance at all on defense. Now, I think Shador's smart enough to identify that. He's got to deliver the ball and not turn it over. That's been the biggest thing with Chicago. And then also Johnny said something very major. They're missing linebackers. So I definitely think Fanning's going to have plenty of opportunities. The thing that I think that Njoku could have, success against this defense too.
I thought he was out. He's playing?
Is he? He's not playing? Is Njoku out? Njoku's not out, is he?
I thought he got hurt in that last game.
Yeah, that's another reason I like Fanning. Njoku is out.
My bad, Prop Pug. I didn't even see you in the lobby, bro. My fault.
Nah,
Hey, would y'all start Vele or Jaden Higgins today?
Higgins. I would probably roll with Higgins, to be honest.
I would as well.
Yeah,
it's super cold in the Chicago game. Y'all like any? I just got back here. Do y'all talk anything Chicago? Like y'all like any of the running backs or anything in the Chicago side?
So we're on right now.
Yeah, I like Swift receiving yards and receptions. I wouldn't be mad at the rushing yards. It's just I usually don't take rushing yards against Cleveland, but I mean Tennessee ran the ball last week very well. Pollard went crazy.
It might be a trap, but that Manon guy, he's had more carries than Swift the last couple of weeks. And if it's cold and what I'm saying, like I just seen Pollard kill the Browns last week. So I'm thinking,
he what was his final line?
Pollard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why am I asking when I could probably just go to the game, right? Yeah, Pollard. Pollard last
Crazy.
week.
He had 25 carries for 161. So
Yeah, 161. And I think what was his long for the day? His longest
65.
run, I want to say, was like
He had a
65.
65-yard touchdown, and then he had
yeah. So he had like two really, really crazy joints. But I think that the DeAndre Swift look is strong in this one simply because I think he's going to catch some check down, some underneath stuff, and I think that running backs, have a lane where they can get off on this defense simply because of how aggressive they are. They do play a lot of man as well.
you think this game's close? You think this game goes back and forth type shit or what?
I don't know about back and forth, but I think that Cleveland could definitely compete. You know what I mean? Like I was just saying, like the Chicago defense, they've been bend not break. They've turned you over. If Shedeur doesn't turn the ball over, they're going to have an opportunity to be very, very competitive in this football game.
Okay.
Like I'm a Caleb Williams guy, but he hasn't been that impressive this year, And when they've won, it's been because of them being able to run the ball really well and getting turnovers. The turnovers are the biggest thing.
Yeah,
So,
I think both of the running back lines for Chicago is about where they should be because the work is split right now. It seems like at least in the running game is split. I do like Swift on like in the receiving game for sure though.
Shout out to my guy James Sayo. He likes Luther Burden over 2.5 receptions. Not mad at that either. Let's see, Luther's receptions line. He's hit 2.5 and 5 straight. He's done this with Odunze in the lineup.
Yep.
Obviously, Odunze didn't play last week, but even in the games when Odunze did play, he's matched that number in four consecutive games with Odunze in the lineup. So the 2.5 does look very promising. Does anybody know why they haven't posted Keenan Allen's props yet? Anybody know?
No, I ain't seen one.
Actually, they just popped up. They literally just popped up.
Okay,
Because I've been looking for them all. I've been looking for them all morning too, but they just popped up. Because I guess they was waiting on the injury report for both teams. So now that's out the way, they got the props up.
for sure.
Huge ass out for that game.
Quinn Johnston?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they was waiting on. That's why he couldn't get Keenan Allen props.
So is Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown's out.
Yeah, Hollywood's out too.
So what's Keenan's lines?
Yeah, Debo's out too.
Keenan is 32.5 on the blue book.
How many receptions?
Receptions? It is at 3.5 minus 124.
So
Are they
right
crazy?
there, these are all my plays for the 1 o'clock window. We've talked over briefly all the games, or except for the Bills game, but all the other ones. DeAndre Swift, longest reception, over 10.5 yards. Harold Fannon's longest reception, over 17.5. A.J. Brown to catch a 30-yard pass. I think that's good money. Brenton Strange, longest reception. Again, 3 of these plays are run backs from last week, and the Dalton Kincaid play is a play that I've won on 7 times this year.
That's crazy.
He's hit his number in all but 2 games that he's played this year. His longest reception has been a cash cow. Today's at 19.5. It's been at 19.5 before, and he's cashed it. So I love that. And then I'm going against the grain. I'm taking Drake May to throw an interception today. I know a lot of people are in love with the Patriots, and I understand why you guys like them. There's no hate in my blood in regards to them, but I do believe that Drake May gives one to the other team today.
I made a receptions late for the Bears game.
You want to pull it up on Onyx, or you want me to pull it up on like the blue book on screen?
Yeah, it's on Onyx. It's plus 419.
All right. See, I don't want to log into Onyx. I don't want anybody to see how much money I got in there.
Me either.
Yeah. See, like, so I don't want niggas know my business. And you can't it's not like FanDuel where you can like access the book without logging in.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't want people to know my fucking business.
I'll just type it in the chat for him.
I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I mean, like that's why I won't log in the book. That's why you, like I said, you want me to build it on FanDuel. Matter of fact, I'll still do it on FanDuel.
Okay.
Well, what is
So
it?
first leg
Hold
is
on. I'm gonna just let me pull it up on the screen. Okay, and what are the plays?
Fannin 4+ receptions.
Is it the same game?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So we got Fannin 4 receptions.
Yep. Judkins 2, Swift 2.
Hold on. It's an alt. I gotta find the alt.
Yeah.
3 receptions. So 4+ for Fannin. Boom. Next.
Judkins and Swift 2+.
Judkins. It's plus 234 on the blue book.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Loveland 2+. 2+.
2. Okay.
And Burden 2+.
Plus 421.
Okay, it's the exact same odds. Plus 419 on Onyx.
All right. So that's the SGP for the Cleveland Browns. Fuck, I didn't change the banner. Cleveland Browns versus the Bears. I don't know why, but I kind of want to lean towards the over in this too. I think Chicago will win, but it'll be a lot closer than people anticipate. I don't think Chicago's a touchdown better pregame than anybody.
I thought about throwing Shedeur on there for 150 passing yards minus 250. Like, I just don't see how he don't throw for 150.
Probably thinking weather's going to play a huge factor.
Yeah, but it ain't windy and shit. It's just 7 degrees.
It's 7 degrees?
Yes.
If you guys are in the listeners and viewers, you guys can see the parlay just fine, right? On screen. I know it's not like super zoomed in on my screen. $17-14. Throw $2 on the correct score. Trent McDuffie officially out for the Chiefs. Charles, does that change anything for you?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm looking at that game right now, just trying to figure out which Chargers receiver I want to play for this no sweat bet. I got a no sweat bet for that game. I really wanted the profit boost, but it is what it is. So I'm just trying
How
to
does
find
Keenan
out.
not get 4 receptions without QJ playing?
No, he's gonna get that.
Yeah, no, it's him and McConkey, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I tried to tell people that McConkey he wasn't going to go crazy like he did last year.
What
I'm
about
looking at
Hampton off the backfield?
yeah, Hampton gonna get some checkdowns, but I'm looking at Trey Harris because he's probably be in Quinn Johnson spot. That's what I'm
Trey
kind of
Harris
looking
at
at right
2.5, huh?
now. I mean, not just receptions, but like yards. That's what I'm kind of looking at right now.
That longest reception, 13.5, look good. I mean, usually when he catches something, it's down the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, yards at 21.5.
Mm-hmm.
You can even get 15 at minus 172. That's a nice little parlay piece.
All right, we can get on to the next game. Next game is going to be Commanders Giants. I'm gonna keep it brief. I don't have shit in this game. If you're betting this game, best of luck to you. That's that's all I can really say. I don't the things that I would have originally bet on at the beginning of the year with these teams, I can't. I do know that Theo Johnson, everybody loves Theo. Everybody loves Theo. Not mad at potentially something from Deebo Samuel, like you guys alluded to. The starting running back is obviously out. Deebo, his receiving total, he's gone over in 2 of the last 3. His receiving lies at 4.5. I'm not mad at that number. Minus 126. I like that as well. He's hit his longest reception in 4 or 5. I think that could probably be his best look. Number 1 and 2 receivers have done pretty well. The Patriots, a lot of checkdowns. And then, based on where he lines up, the guys based on where he's lined up have done relatively well against the Giants defense. So not opposed to maybe a Debo look. Anybody like Wandell? I think that's somebody that
What
I've
receptions at?
Wandell
Yeah, I took
reception
it.
for 5.5, and this is chart obviously.
Yeah, I took his yards. I took it at the 60. Like I locked that in on a Friday night. But there's
All
another
right.
receiver. There's another receiver like in this game too.
Okay, who do you like? Share.
I like not only I like Wandell, I like Terry McLaurin. Everybody knows Marcus Mariota, like when he's out there, usually likes to target Terry. And Terry usually be cracking the Giants, just in regards to his history. He's had a few big games against them. So I'm a rock with Terry for the 60 as well.
All right.
Yeah, I think this is a Jackson Dart game. I think Jackson Dart runs the ball, and I think he might even get in. I think he might score. That's just how I'm seeing it.
All right. There goes the stat of the day right there for you guys. Keenan Allen has never had less than 50 yards versus the Chiefs in his career.
Mm-hmm.
He's absolutely correct.
Okay, well. So Keenan Allen's the system today.
That's
Bet.
literally what I typed it out when I gave it out. I put system play.
Of course. Mariota over 265 passing yards, last 4 starts, 294, 213, 3 times consecutively. He has all of his weapons but Ertz. The Giants are allowing 244.9 passing yards to quarterbacks per game. And I think the game script does possibly fit that. Let's see. Ben Sinnott over 11.5 yards. James Sale likes that. Obviously, Ertz is out. I don't know what Zach's line was. I just bet him to score a touchdown. So I'm not sure what his line is. And then also James Sale made it clear in regards to Tyrone Tracy. Over 40.5 yards. Washington's run defense is simply terrible. All right, let's get into the games that everybody care about. The Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. This game is for the AFC East. If Buffalo's able to win, they will be able to still have a chance at winning the division. Obviously, it would take New England losing another game and some help, but they are still firmly in the mix for a situation where they can still win the division. In this game, something tells me this is the guy who is going to hoop. He had 43 yards, obviously, the last time they played. I believe his longest reception also cashed in that game. His longest reception was 18.5. He's been down since he's been back from injury, but I think Kayshon Boutte might have a decent game tonight or today. Also, not opposed to anything, TreVeyon Henderson. TreVeyon Henderson, obviously, we've seen him come on to some degree the second, since he's actually started getting carries. He's hit the 45.5 total in 6 straight games. Obviously, he didn't do that against them the first time. He only got 6 carries. In every single game of the last 6, he's gotten double-digit carries. That would mean that if he gets double-digit carries, he probably goes over the 45.5. So the TreVeyon Henderson over 45.5 rushing yards against a Buffalo defense that's gotten progressively worse as the season has progressed. give me Travion Henderson over 45.5 rushing yards. Again, the chart will tell you everything you need to see. And then obviously teams have the teams that they faced recently kind of anomalous that they haven't ran the ball. Obviously, you see the Bengals game script kind of went weird. They turned the ball over like twice in like a minute. And then the Bengals game or the Steelers game, that was just a trash game. Woody Marks cashed his number. Rashad White cashed his number. Devon Achane cashed his number. Kareem Hunt cashed his number. Rico Dowdle cashed his number, and obviously Bijan. So again, I like Travion in this matchup. I also do think that I'm rolling towards the Buffalo Bills money line in this game. I think they're going to win the game. I think the Bills fight, and I think the Bills find a way to win today. I could be dead wrong. And if the Patriots beat them today, people will continue to say how good the Patriots are. I'm not too super sure about that. Prop, you like anything in this New England Buffalo game?
Nope, I got no action in this one. Not mad at none of the looks you mentioned. It's just with Travion, I just worry about the volume. But like you said, he's had double-digit carries, so that's a good sign. I left it alone because it was, better spots that I liked for the 3 p.m. slate. So none for me officially for the show.
All right, Low, Charles, Prophet, Prop Plug. Anybody else like anything for this game?
I absolutely love this game. This game should be very entertaining. Both the quarterbacks, they should hoop. So I'm in agreement with you. I'm just looking at the line, man. They enticing people to take the Patriots at home with that plus money, man. It feels like the AFC East is gonna get interesting as far as like winning that division, and it happens today. I think my favorite prop in this one, I like Dalton Kincaid. I think his receptions are too low. You already mentioned his longest reception. I think he should get peppered with targets today. The Patriots, they can get had in the middle of the field. They can get had against tight ends quite a bit. So I got it at -102 earlier this morning. It's now -112 for 3.5. That's still a good line. He can get up to 5. And it looks like he done cleared 4 receptions like every game against the Patriots in his career. So I expect him to ball out today.
My brother in Christ, this is the longest reception chart right here. That's his longest reception chart. How could I not bet on that? It's cashed me out 7 straight times that he's played.
Wow.
Look, him and Alec Pierce been the wagons this season.
I don't think it gets any freer than that right there. It's the freest money you're going to get.
That's
Period.
like looking at CD Lamb longest reception chart. That's
Yeah, like how could I not?
Oh,
bet
yeah,
this?
that too. Yeah.
This is absolutely insane.
Might I add?
What's up?
I'm just saying this because I figured y'all might need a laugh. I'm surprised no one caught that. You just said they might hoop today. I didn't know they were playing basketball out there.
Man, I use that term.
Oh, my gosh,
brother.
Boo.
Anyhow.
Chewy, you all right over there, bro? You good?
Yeah, I mean, when I think of a hoop, I think of a basketball hoop.
Yo, blink twice, bro. That's when you good. I think this is another Stephon Diggs game.
Holy Jesus. Oh, they're cooking you in the comments. Chill.
Hey, that's my bad, y'all. Like I said,
you in the comments.
it's my bad.
Nah, it's good, man. Somebody asked for
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm on Drake May over 230.5 passing yards, and I'm on Josh Allen over 222.5. Both are still available at some books, both relatively close. And then someone mentioned Diggs. I'm on Diggs 50 plus as well. And then Kincaid. Yeah, I like Kincaid to score. I'm on a lot of tight ends today to score.
All right. Ty Johnson.
Hey, shout outs James too, because Ty Johnson's like the only person in my area in the NFL right now. So all over Ty Johnson over his receiving yards. Let's go.
Yep. You see over 13.5, 2 for 14, 3 for 20, 3 for 45, 2 for 61. 3-5-3-2 targets last 4. His total yards over 23.5 are worth a look. 39, 25, 52, 70, 26 in the last 5. Great information, my brother. Chew, is the popcorn chicken getting to you? Someone suggested go have some chocolate.
I don't have any.
It's too early for
You know,
that,
these
man.
people are tapped into the spaces though. They got choose breakfast down.
Go eat honey almond chocolate, Chew.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Chew is not hip, gang.
Hey, listen, man. I created SGP for this game. That's how much I love this game today.
For sure. James Sale likes Dawson Knox as well on this one, over 14.5 receiving at -110. 93, 28, 17, 23, and 37 last 5. Not mad at that at all. All right, next game. No, y'all got anything else for Buffalo versus New England? I know Prop said he likes other games. I agree. There are better options or better games, I suppose, in the grand fray of things. Next game is going to be Chargers Chiefs. What is there to say about this team? First and foremost, the number one play is going to be Patrick Mahomes over 236.5 passing yards. He didn't get it yesterday. Prior to that, he'd gotten that in 9 straight games. That number is low. I don't give a fuck if it's 5 degrees, -5 degrees, snowing, a monsoon. Patrick Mahomes is going to get 236 passing yards today. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. Okay? If he can go for 275 against Denver, he can go for 236 against this team. If Jalen Hurts wasn't a fullback, he probably would have threw for 400 yards last week. Just saying. But, Prop, what do you call him? An aura merchant?
No, a merchant with aura.
A merchant with aura. Okay.
What kind of merchant?
Can you explain that to the people so they understand?
So I call Jalen Hurts a merchant with aura because he has one of the most talented offenses in the NFL around him. And it fools people to believe in like he's an elite quarterback. He's not elite at the quarterback position. So, and he has aura, like the chain he had on, you know, the quotes, the way he talking shit, that shit be cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give a nigga their props. He got aura, but he is a merchant because he benefits off the people around him. He does not raise the level of play for the Eagles. A merchant with aura. Thank you.
I'm glad you said it, man. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. Was not me, brother. Saying this is the best game on the slate, Charles. They disagree with you.
I don't know about that.
Dude, I said the Bills and Patriots, man. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, they said they disagree with you, bro. What you mean?
Man, I don't care what the chat talking about, man. The only reason why they saying is because they want to see our season end today. And listen, and I want to ask you this, Hey, Prop. So what kind of merchant is Patrick Mahomes then, since you mentioned that?
No, he's not a merchant. Patrick Mahomes raises the level of play for his team.
Okay. I just had to double check. All right. I'm going to get my plays out the way in this one. Travis Kelce receiving yards is too low, man. It's been a very long time since he hasn't crossed 40 yards against this Chargers team. Look, Jesse Minter, he's one of the best defense coordinators in the league. I know the past 3 matchups, you know, he's made it a little tougher on Trav. But this time, hopefully, knock on wood, Rashee Rice doesn't get hurt against the Chargers again. Do actually have Rashee Rice to take the pressure off him a little bit. So I expect Trav to be able to attack the Chargers with some seams down the middle. He should be able to eat today. It's 39.5. I locked it in this morning, -112. And for my no sweat, I played it up to 80 yards and I played on the score. So I did like an old man lay with this one for the no sweat. So I did.
Just finna say, let's make an old man lay in.
Yeah, I did an old man joint with the no sweat. So I did 80 yards for Trav and a touchdown. And I did Keenan Allen 50 yards and a touchdown. And let me tell y'all the odds on that. All right, give me 1 sec. FanDuel be slow sometimes. Or the blue book, excuse me. But meanwhile, while that's loading up, I also took Kareem Hunt to score because the Chargers they give up the most touchdowns to RB1s. This even though Isaiah Pacheco is back, Kareem Hunt's still getting trusted a bit more in that offense. So I think you can get that plus 115.
They said, can you type out your parlay in the chat for the Chiefs game?
Yeah, I got y'all. But I got it at plus 83.92 for that old man lay.
I don't have too much. Yeah, I don't have too much for this one, man. I'm just gonna be, hoping that the Chargers can do the Niners are solid because I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl again. And I know if he makes the playoffs, he'll get to the Super Bowl. So I need him to lose today so that we can play one of these other bozos and just finally get a ring.
Did I miss the Bengals and Ravens game?
Nah, that's next.
Oh, okay. But it's at 12. What was the
Yeah,
time
I
schedule?
went through all the games with the crazy spreads first.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I think Stokes is muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you if you're talking.
I said, don't nobody want to listen to the about them bullshit games like Houston being favored by double digits against Arizona. Like, well, nobody want to talk about that. So yeah, anything else? Low, Prophet, Sage, Chew, anyone?
Like I said, man, you already know which game I'm waiting for. I got none.
All right.
You talking about the Patriots game, Sosa?
What was that?
You was talking about the Patriots game, right?
We just talked about the Patriots game. We just did the we're on Kansas City versus the Chargers, but I don't have a shit ton of stuff for that. I like Patrick Mahomes in like a multitude of ways as far as betting on him today. Because I just think that like the season's on the line. Who do you trust? That's the only nigga I trust on that whole team. Respectfully. Like 15 is who you trust in. That's who you believe in if you're going, you know what I'm saying? You bet his rushing, bet his passing, bet his passing touchdowns. Shit, I like him to run in a touchdown. I think Patrick Mahomes leaves his handprints all over this football game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement with you on that. And then also, come on, man. We're talking about the Chiefs are laying points to the Chargers, who look amazing, and the Chiefs look like dog shit. You know what I mean? I'm not putting any action in on that game. I'm just saying sometimes, kind of read the line a little bit. You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's just for me, it's got to be Mahomes. If Mahomes don't hoop today, people are going to start talking. And I think that that's one thing Mahomes has been very good at doing. Whenever they start chattering about this and that he can't do, he usually just comes out and balls. And Andy Reid has done a very good job of that through his career of rising to the occasion. Even when he was in Philly and they would have rough times in the regular season, struggle to get in the playoffs or come close. He'd always figure out a way, like big game at the crib, Chargers on a short week. I think the Chiefs win today. Anyone else? No. Anything else in regards to I keep saying the fucking Patriots, Chiefs, because that's who I think of when I think of the Chiefs. But
Mahomes ain't Brady, bro. Chill on that. Bro, gonna be 30 years old, missing the playoffs.
Oh Lord, here we go.
This dude rubbing his hands and everything. This is nasty.
Here we go.
Nasty.
Oh Lord Jesus, y'all are crazy. All right. Next game is going to be Baltimore versus Cincinnati. Obviously, this is a rematch of a game that was played on Thanksgiving Day. There's a bunch of options we can go with. I've heard every possible thought process. Not mad at all things Isaiah Likely. Why? Because Isaiah Likely just saw this team 2 weeks ago put up 5 catches for almost a honey bun. Okay, he went for 95 yards against them. I think I've seen maybe 10 people on the timeline bet on Isaiah Likely over the last 72 hours. So I completely understand why anybody would be betting on Isaiah Likely. I guess it's still a big opportunity if the Bengals still believe that they can figure out a way to steal the division at the very end of the season. But in all reality, I think that Cincinnati in this role is just playing spoiler. If Cincinnati wins today, you're hoping that Pittsburgh comes back to Baltimore and gives them a shot to win the division, the last game of the season. I think it's a must-win game for Baltimore. Can't lose this game. Too big in the division. Losing three consecutive games in the division is just not ideal, especially when only one team's getting in. I think Lamar today gets in the end zone and scores a rushing touchdown. Why? Because, again, I think it's a moment thing for me. Moments. It's about moments. And his numbers are plus 195. He scored a touchdown last week. I think that just like we talked about Mahomes, Lamar's going to have to put up or shut up this week. It's a no excuse game for him. It's an absolute no excuse game for Lamar Jackson. You can't tell me you can't perform against this defense. You just saw him. You just saw them. Right? He just saw him. I'm not trying to hear no excuses about shit. All right? You're laying 2.5 on the road. I don't think weather's going to be a super issue. Lamar Jackson, anytime touchdown, plus 195. And the timeline loves Isaiah Likely. Prop, what do you like in this one?
You ever heard of this guy named Jamar Chase? Come to find out, he is pretty good at football, man. If anybody was not aware. So I'm looking at his receiving yards at 85.5 on Fanatics. You might think of like that's a high line, but it's not. It just so happens that Jamar Chase's last 2 games without T. Higgins, but with Joe Burrow, came against the Baltimore Ravens. So, what do you think he did? Don't guess. I'll tell you. Okay.
He went for. I think he went for 110. No, it's on the screen actually.
Oh, you can see my screen? Oh, you looking at your screen? Good.
I got his chart up. Yeah.
All right. So you see that 110 yards? That was Thanksgiving. This season, last season, 11 receptions, 264 yards with 3 touchdowns. Okay. So those his last 2 games without Higgins. I like him to get active today. We just seen DK Metcalf have a breakout game for the Steelers. 7 receptions, 148 yards, and then the last wide receiver one with this target share was Chase, 7 for 110, and then Justin Jefferson, can't blame him for dropping the dud. Look at his quarterback; he had 12 targets, only 4 catches. Waddle, 9 receptions. 9 targets, 82 yards. And then last was Odunze, 10 targets, 114 yards. So I was just looking at wide receiver ones with at least 7 or more targets over the last few weeks. And we got 3 of those guys have had 100 yards. So I like Chase over 85.5 receiving yards, minus 120. I like it up to 100. And that I like Burrow's passing yards too. I'm gonna take an outline. I'm building a passing yards lay for quarterbacks today. I'll let y'all know when I finish it. But yeah, that's it. Burrow's passing yards, and I like Chase up to 100 receiving yards.
All right. Low, Charles, anything y'all like? And Prophet and Roddy, any thoughts on the Ravens-Bengals matchup?
I'm in the same boat with Prop, man. Jamar Chase, everything. Same boat with you with Lamar Jackson. Put up and shut up, man. Enough of the bullshit. You know what I mean? So yeah, just the same sentiments that you 2 gentlemen have. I'm in the same boat with y'all.
Yeah, this is basically a pick a tight end with the Baltimore Ravens. I already bet Isaiah Likely a few days ago for the yards, so that's already locked in. Mark Andrews, he can get that too. Like Cincinnati, they're one of the worst teams in NFL history against the tight end, bro. So I mean, the Bucks basically match their lines. You know what I'm saying? So you just flip a coin and just pick which one. But they could both get 40. It wouldn't surprise me. But Jamar Chase, man, definitely, dog. Like he just torches the Ravens for a living. So yeah, that's what I got. That's where I'm at with it.
Can y'all
All right.
hear me?
Yes, sir. We're live.
All right. My bad. Charlemagne, are we live? All right. Yeah, I'm getting my Bowberry biscuits, so apologies. Give me 1 second. Prop, go ahead.
Bojangles
jealous.
right now?
I'm jealous.
I'm sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty jealous. Bro is at the motherfucking drive-through getting the Bowberry biscuits. Prop, you said you never had Bojangles before?
Nope.
Elite Southern spot. Them and Cookout. Like those are two fast food places in the Carolinas that like you have to fuck with them. If you know, you know. Like it's just
Yeah,
staples.
man. Prop, you've been in the country for too long, man. They got a Bojangles out there somewhere. It might be far, but they got one. Got to.
Can't be worth driving to.
Thank you.
Yo,
It
that's
is.
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, the chicken might be worth driving to, bro. No bullshit.
It is. It's worth
Yeah,
it,
Prop.
man.
You
Anyway,
you sleeping, Prop.
Yeah, I just got back in this motherfucker. Anybody?
Hey.
Y'all running Derrick Henry, right?
hey, look, hey, hold on, hold that thought, brother. Hey, whose computer is on the screen? Could you go to Derrick Henry's receiving yards, please, and show the people?
Sure, brother. There you are.
I love it.
Derrick Henry's receiving yards.
I love it, especially with the Bengals giving up a lot of receiving yards to running backs. Not mad at the longest reception, but that's my play for this game. I do love Derrick Henry's receiving yards over 9.5.
See, people know about the Cookout, man. I just don't like that they be putting coleslaw on shit. That's my only objection with the motherfucking Cookout. Because the style, remember, like you get the sandwich a certain style, but I ain't gonna lie, I would have never made it through college without Cookout. Where else could I get a Cajun chicken sandwich for $6 with some fries and a platter, brother? Come on, never forget where you came from.
I slept on Cookout, man. I regret it.
All right, we'll get into the next game. Which one of these did I not go through? Did I talk Seattle, Indianapolis? I'm not talking.
Yeah,
about
you
that.
did that one.
Yeah,
I talked about that already. We'll go. Y'all want to go Green? Only 2 games left, right? Green Bay did Denver and Detroit, LA, and then Carolina, New Orleans. I guess we'll talk about that. All right, Detroit versus LA. Okay, probably the biggest game on the slate. It's a 5.5 point spread for Detroit, which I already bet it. I took the 5.5 points with the Detroit Lions. Why? Because 5.5 points is a dog line, and I think that Jared Goff will be able to perform and function just fine because the game's indoors. The game's not being played in 40-degree weather or 30-degree weather, which is what the NFL has done for him. 6 of his last 7 games are being played indoors because they're trying to give the Lions every opportunity to make the playoffs. That's what they've done. Because the biggest knock on Jared Goff is that he was not good at playing football outside in December. So they said, no problem, Jared Goff. We'll give you all the games inside. And that's what you've gotten. In this matchup, I think there's a ton of value across the board, to be totally honest with you. I took Puka Nacua, but I took Puka Nacua for 125 plus yards. I think he can operate at a very high level. Also, Devontae Adams is banged up. He was on the injury report for a hamstring. I don't know how hurt or how damaged that is. Obviously, he's a veteran player, so they'll put anything on the injury report midweek because he wasn't going to practice any fucking way, right? Devontae obviously is always a good bet for a touchdown. Puka breaking out last week, second highest total of the season. This Detroit secondary is in hell. Let's be honest. Terrion Arnold just went down for the season. Brian Branch is going to miss the season as well. He's done for the year. So this Detroit secondary should get torched. I mean, we could look at these tight ends. One of any of the tight ends can get off for the Rams as well. On the Detroit side, I did bet on David Montgomery's longest reception yet again. Puka Nacua over 125 yards was plus 200. But I do think that this team can definitely perform well against this Rams defense. I think that given the makeup of the teams that have given the Rams some problems, I think that the Detroit's built that way. They struggled against they lost to us with a non-mobile quarterback. They lost to the Carolina Panthers with a not so mobile quarterback. And I like Bryce Young. Bryce Young can extend plays, but he's not super mobile. But pocket passing quarterbacks have actually given them more problems than guys who are, make something shake. So I actually like for Jared Goff to perform well. I did take Jared Goff to throw a pick as well. I think he'll throw an interception to get it at plus 110. I love it. But I also think that there's an upside to the offense. I think their offensive line should be able to block relatively well as long as they don't get into a bunch of pre-snap penalties, which has been an issue at times with this Detroit team. Procedure penalties have been an issue. I like for Amon-Ra St. Brown to perform well. I would not be surprised if J-Mo performs well as well. Not mad at this offense. And I also think that this game is perfect for live betting for a couple of reasons. The people who get the targets are the people who get the targets. You look at Detroit. Detroit's only going to throw the ball to 4 guys. So if you're betting this game live, you're going to get a bunch of opportunities betting it live with the Detroit Lions. Same goes for the Rams. Unless Devontae's banged up, there's only going to be X amount of players that can really go crazy. Like I said, Monty's longest reception has been a wagon. It's anything with under 10 yards. Make sure you got to take it. It's there. Matter of fact, let me fucking pull it up. You see Monty.
It's 7.5.
Yep. His number's at 9.5 or whatever for the game. This is his longest reception log right here. Or no, this is receiving yards log. This is receiving yards log. 7 of his last 8 consecutively. Longest reception. 7 of his last 8. Again.
So it's like, what do? You might as well take the 10 receiving yards, right? Or
I wouldn't. I'm not mad at that either. But I mean, like, you look at this is why I bet it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're thinking, hey, like, it's David Montgomery, man. Like, he comes in, he's a power back. People say all types of bullshit, right? But you see what's going on. This guy clearly gets in the game and is a forgotten part of the pass game. I like David Montgomery's longest reception. I like his receiving yards as well.
And then once he gets it and gets going downhill, they don't want to tackle him, or it's going to be hard to tackle him. So,
facts.
And what I've noticed a lot is once he catch a pass, he already be like 5 yards down the field too.
Facts. Also, if you're gonna bet on this kid Tesla, you might as well just bet him for a touchdown. If you're gonna bet on him, I'm just saying.
I want to say Khalif Raymond was questionable or playing, and that scared me off of Tesla because I was going to run Tesla. His touchdown at like plus 400 was great value. But
yeah, I don't think he's playing.
Raymond's out.
He might not play. I don't know. I don't listen. I think they need him.
Raymond is that third wide receiver. Tesla comes in on the third wide receiver.
Yeah, well, I like Khalif because of his return skills more than anything. I think that's like his calling card in the league, right? Is the special team stuff. Shane Zylstra plus 900 anytime touchdown. That's a random name. Oh yeah, don't forget that Amon-Ra did go to SC and he's from California, so he's going to have a ton of people there. Someone said if Michael Wilson can get off, St. Brown can. I'm not disagreeing. Shout out to my boy James Sayo hitting y'all with the statistics, so y'all are even more inclined to bet it. Somebody said that Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be in hell.
Yellow.
You think he'll be in hell?
Hey, man. Hey,
Hold on, Prophet, you think
Slim
he's going to be in hell?
crazy. Slim talking crazy, man.
And today's the 14th?
I was just instigating shit, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, you guys want to bet against 14 on the 14th? You go right ahead. I'm not doing it.
You said Titans. He said Titans versus the Rams. Sam Laporte ain't out there. Like, what tight end he gonna trust? He gonna trust Tom Kennedy? We don't even know what tight end Jared Goff gonna really throw to today.
Kennedy's also not a tight end. Kennedy's a receiver. He's just white. He's not a tight end.
Well, he looked like a tight end out there to me, but
because he's white. But he's like
no, it's not just that. It's not just that,
Mm.
bro.
He trying to
Is
tell
it
you
the
why
eight-
you
is it
think
his
that.
number? Is it the 85? I think it's the 85.
That could be part of it. That might be throwing me off a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I ain't
'cause
see. I ain't seen it.
he's really like a small slot receiver. I at first thought he was a tight end, and I'm like, nah, this is just a sneaky guy. You know those
Yeah,
sneaky guys.
yeah. Cause I ain't seen an 85. That's like really good in a very long time in the NFL. So
Real lunch pail guy, him.
Yeah, he's a real locker room guy. And his dad a coach?
Yeah, I think he's the first one in and the last one out every day in
Pause.
the facility. Pause. Yeah, super pause. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Hold on. Yeah, I had to double pause that one, brother. That was freaky.
Yeah,
God
I
damn.
apologize. It is Sunday.
What
I
the
apologize.
fuck?
Actually, let's get him out of here.
you's a freaky ass.
Holy shit. Christ. Bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Anyone else like anything for this Detroit LA game? Again, it should be fireworks. It seems like every time these two teams match up with Stafford and Goff on the other side, it's fireworks. It's a good game. Prop, you like anything? Low, you like anything? Anyone? I feel like I talked a lot about it this game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you talked about every single thing that was worth talking about. So
my bad.
Yeah, you already mentioned I'm a Rod St. Brown. I mean, that's the play for me in this one.
Yeah, I like Monty over the 8.5 receiving yards. Shit, yeah, I don't know what I could add besides what you already talked about.
Low got the answers.
Yeah,
What do you got?
the 8 ball for whatever reason.
Yeah, so y'all remember this little thing that you shake it up?
Yeah. Ask if Zylstra is going to score a touchdown today.
All right. Is Zylstra going to score a touchdown today? See what the answer is. What does it say? Come on, turn over.
Oh, JMO at 3.5 is crazy. Reception?
It is decidedly so, is what it says, Sosa.
All right. Slim, it's on you, brother. The 8-ball pick of the day. Zylstra to score a touchdown at plus 900 for the Detroit Lions. And listen, if it happens, I'll send you $25. If Zylstra scores a touchdown on the 8-ball play of the day from Low, I'll send you $25. What's his first name? Is it Dan? Is it Dan?
It's got to be like Peter or something.
Nah, it's definitely something basic like Dan. Let's see. Shane. His name's Shane. Of course it is. It's Shane. Why did I guess that first? It's like staring right at me. Fuck. D-Mac dropped a lotto. Tank Bigsby, Jeremy McNichols, LaQuint Allen, and Charbonnet. Anytime touchdown lotto of the day.
RB2 type shit.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No Brian Robinson in that?
Man, listen, I'm a Niner fan and I'm not betting on him, brother. He not getting my paper. No, sir. Sorry. They don't take that nigga off the field. That motherfucker never comes off the field. McCaffrey don't ever come off the field. All right.
McCaffrey questionable, right?
He's gonna play. What's it called? Shanahan said he should be good to go. According to what that was yesterday. And I mean, like, he got added very late to the injury report. We all know that, right? Super late. I could see them being cautionary with him too, Prophet. Like, I don't think we need Christian McCaffrey to go crazy to win the game. Carolina versus New Orleans. I only have one play in this game. That is for my guy to get right, and that's Ted McMillan. Ted McMillan has been, kind of bit slumping the last couple of weeks after coming off a career high of 130 yards against Atlanta. He returns to play against a team indoors and when he's played indoors, he's played relatively well. So I'm rocking with him today. His number was at 57. It's still at 57.5. I like him to have a very good ball game against the secondary. That's not bad, but it's not good either. I know a lot of people love Vele. I saw somebody else. Jay Maple just put up Vele again. He's a Saints fan, so he might, he would like it. He said, don't mind the B-Rob look, but they're going to be trying to get the pass game. Yeah, agreed. I think that it's a get right spot for Purdy and particularly Kittle. I think Kittle hoops today. I know it's a shitty game. Anybody like anything for Carolina versus the Saints?
Oh, I do. Oh, go ahead, Lo.
Yeah, Roddy. Before I let you give your eulogy for this game, right? Because I do think that y'all are going to get killed. But I will say this, Roddy. Do you know that your New Orleans Saints in 2025, which will be this season, has not won a first quarter?
Lo, I'll do you one better. And I spoke about this in Spaces.
Okay.
Until last week against y'all, we have not scored in the first quarter on the road. Now I know we're at home. I get it.
Right.
But I don't think we've had more than a touchdown in the first quarter, which is not uncommon in the NFL, but we have been pretty bad in the first quarter. I definitely agree with you there.
You guys have had 2 ties in the first quarter and 11 L's in the first quarter. You guys haven't won a first quarter at all. I say all that to say that you got to take the Carolina Panthers in the first quarter on the ML. It's minus 118. Yo, give me that shit, bro. Right? It ain't even a trend no more at this point. This is the truth. Okay? It's the truth. Y'all don't win first quarters. Not this year, y'all don't. So play for me in this one. Carolina Panthers money line minus 118 first quarter.
All right. Roddy, go ahead. And I know Prop Plug has something as well.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been gambling for 7 years. I'm 28 years old. Opened my account when I was 21. I've never been able to bet on a New Orleans Saints quarterback for his rushing yards. So, in the words of Prop, come walk with me. Tyler Shoug's passing yards are at 205. Yeah, you have. You said it before. Anyway.
Not like that.
Fuck you, man. Anyway, Tyler Shoug's passing yards is at 205. All right. His rushing yards is at 18.5. So if my math serves me correctly, that's about, 224? But his passing and rushing line is at 227.5. All right. So I personally, on Onyx, I took Tyler Shough to throw over 209. That's minus 103. I also like Chris Olave over 61.5 receiving yards. At the crib, he's been better than on the road. Has had a tough couple of weeks as the road games. We had 2 straight road games. So I think he's going to get right at the crib. And that would really be all of the plays. Not mad at a Tet play either. But my favorite play of the game is Tyler Shough's rushing yards and his passing yards. And you can ladder his passing yards. I think he gets 220 plus personally, but that's just me.
Prop Plug, you like some in this game? All right. Profit, Book of Chew. Anyone or Prop Plug? Go ahead. You just unmuted.
No, yeah, my bad. I call. I just played Rico Dollar touchdown in this one. I don't think he scored like last 2 weeks. I could be wrong. I think that's what I seen last night when I was looking at it. Trying to get the All-Star or Pro Bowl.
He hasn't scored in 3 weeks.
Yeah, has scored in 3 weeks.
Yep.
He needs 2 touchdowns for a bag to close out the season. I think this is just a spot that they were almost like with the hot hand with Chuba Hubbard last week. And I just feel like this is a spot he gets right. So on the road in a winnable game, taking him to score. It was like minus 110 yesterday or last night. I was looking at it. That's it though.
For sure. We struggle versus the run. I'm reading some of these. Might be a Rico Dowdle day for Carolina.
Should be.
Juwan Jennings. Not mad at that, bro. Not mad at that at all. Not mad at the Juwan Jennings look.
Speaking of Juwan, not mad at Juwan Johnson either. He's probably the number 2 option on the offense. He's had a good season since he got paid, to my shock. So
Him and his wife seem like such cool people.
Oh, my girl loves his wife, bro. She watches every single TikTok. Don't you? You watch every one of Juwan's TikToks, don't you? She said, in the distance. So,
Shannon with a C.
Yeah, kind of weird, but whatever.
Sorry.
But yeah, I got something for this one. I took Chris Olave, 60 yards, minus 128. Carolina, they run cover 3 the most. And when Olave's gone against that, his targets and yards have gone up. And as we've been seeing, Chris Olave being on kind of a roll lately. And he killed the Panthers the first time. Or, I mean, unalived the Panthers. Excuse me, YouTube. He unalived the Panthers the first time in this matchup. And I think he does it again. So,
All right. Not mad at that at all. Anyone else for this one? Sure, you like anything? Because the last game we're getting to is the Broncos game. That's the only game left on the slate. Unless and I guess we'll do something for prime time. That's up to prop if we're doing something.
Yeah, I'm back 100% tonight.
Fantastic. So we'll be back tonight for sure. One game and one game left, and that's to me, probably the best dogfight of the day. You got a Green Bay Packers team taking on Denver. Denver sole possession of the AFC West league will clinch the division if they win today, right, Charles?
man, I know why you asked me that. You try to raise.
I would hope you would know.
You trying to raise, baby.
I would hope you don't know the answer. I'm just asking, bro.
You trying to raise, baby.
From Underdog.
I get it.
From Rappaport. Shedeur Sanders has a chance to solidify himself as the Browns franchise quarterback based on how he performs over the next few games.
Yeah, I mean, it's the most difficult portion of the schedule. That makes sense.
Yep.
Look at the teams he's about to play. If he performs well, it'd be like him saying to them, listen, you don't got to worry about drafting a quarterback next year. Go get me some fucking weapons.
Facts.
So I agree 100% with that one. Is go get him some weapons if he proves to be the guy. And I think, I mean, we all kind of believe he's the guy, right? Like you could talk about whatever you want as far as like elite physical traits. I like the nigga Mendoza and everything. I like him, but I don't know if he sets the league on fire. Just he won the Heisman. This is like. Also, I have to ask Lowe, and I know this is NFL, but like Lowe and Charles and anybody that watches college football, isn't this like the weakest Heisman class you've ever seen in your fucking life? Have you ever seen a weaker class of Heisman finalists?
I think it shows that I was on the timeline yesterday and like I didn't see a single tweet about the Heisman Trophy ceremony. And like nobody cared.
I didn't even knew it was on. I got because usually like these people will be like, oh, this is tonight. So they didn't even do any presentation. I just got like a fucking heads up, like, yeah, he won. I'm like, all right, bet. Cool. Nobody gave a fuck at all.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking weak, bro.
All right. So it's not just me. All right.
No.
Do y'all like anything in this Denver Broncos Green Bay game? I haven't bet anything simply because outside of Christian Watson, I have no one that has really made me money. I think that he's solidified himself, I think, as wide receiver 1 for this team. Would you agree? I think or as far as weapon
absolutely.
number 1 or however you want to look at it. Obviously that comes after Tucker Kraft catching, an ACL,
Broncos
Yeah, I gotta
spread.
look, man. Luke Musgrave over 14.5 receiving yards. Smash it. I'm still not mad at Watson, to be honest. I think he has, the breakaway speed to where it makes it challenging. I don't know if PS2 gonna line up on him all game, but I don't think we've seen him with a Christian Watson is pretty fucking good. And I think we're starting to see that now when he's healthy. He has the height and the breakaway speed where it's kind of rare to have that combination. And I just can't see him just really getting shut down in the game. I think that Green Bay will be able to scheme him open. I just don't see him being shut down tonight. So 53.5 yards. Whenever his lines is in the 50s, I'm betting it. I don't care who he's going against. One catch gets you 30. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's good for about 3 to 4 receptions per game. Tempted to look at rushing yards maybe for Jaden Reed, and he's been back. Josh Jacob is banged up, and Emmanuel Wilson is dealing with an illness. So we've seen that they like to get Jaden Reed the ball whenever they can. I haven't found this yet, but if there's a line on his just rushing yards by itself, I like that for Jaden Reed today. And then that'll be it. 1.5.
There it is, my friend. 1.5 available on Bet Rivers at minus 115 currently. Correct?
Oh,
it's available. There it is.
Give me that. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Broncos spread.
Yeah.
They're also honoring Philip Lindsay Day.
Oh, the local product. Shout out to him. Local guy. Anyone else for this Denver Bronco game? Anyone?
Yeah, Cortland Sutton, receiving yards. That's where I'm at with it. I mean, so we did the space we did earlier. I mean, I just did the whole gematria thing, 12-14 thing, and I just did Cortland Sutton, 70 yards and a touchdown. Then I did the I'm around 90 yards and a touchdown. That's all I did with that.
Wait, you said you did the what thing?
Like gematria angle, like today is December the 14th, whatever, jersey numbers with the number 14 and all that. And I just looked at the matchups, and I feel like Cortland Sutton's in a decent matchup with this one.
I did a gematria thing too. And you want to know what I found out? I found out you type in Denver and that is 68, and the Broncos at home, they have 67 wins in December, so they could go for win number 68 today.
Ah, okay.
So do what you will with that information.
Hey, man. I'm just glad it wasn't a 6-7 reference. I'm getting tired of that shit.
Oh,
for real. So you get tired of it.
It's
Look
a
at my
Philly.
record.
I mean,
Look at my record.
It comes from a Philly guy, so you know what I'm saying. I respect it. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that the kids are into it. But bro, when I'm watching like college basketball games and the crowd just is waiting for the score to get to 67, that's just one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Kids gonna be kids, man.
You already know. Oh, Mike Jones says the Saints win today.
I agree.
That would be good.
Not mad at that at all. Broncos versus tight ends. Bowers 4 for 46. Ertz 10 for 106. Kelsey 9 for 91. Schultz 6 for 77. Luke Musgrave. Look at Fast Money Prop and James Sale on the same page.
Yes, for the 12 days of Picksmas giveaway, James, I'm going to enter him in since we both like Musgrave. So, James, let's win.
James, Luke Musgrave over 14.5 receiving yards. Obviously, this is cashed in back-to-back games. He is, finding a role in the offense that Tucker Kraft left. Obviously, Tucker Kraft showing to be a little bit more important to an offense than originally. But obviously, they've adjusted, right? They got back Watson. Watson can do the vertical stuff, like Prop said. He's also a very good contested catch guy. He's 6'4". We remember him out of college in the Dakotas. He was one of them guys who ended up getting drafted a lot higher than people had originally anticipated with him. But we have run through the entire slate. We're coming up on 2 hours. I definitely want to get out of here so everybody can make sure they get their best bets for the day and all that good stuff. I don't want to be in a situation where y'all don't get the opportunity to do that. Hold on. So with that being said, again, I appreciate everybody that joined today. Make sure you guys still like the video. That's a thumbs up button in the event that you guys don't know that. We will be on here all week for calling the shots, especially for the multi games. We're going to be doing the same thing where we pull it up on stream. Props got a lot of stuff planned coming up over the next couple of weeks. Make sure you guys are locked in for the 12 days of Pixmas. Let me find that actually on the timeline. And I'm pretty sure we're back to regularly scheduled programming with Lowe this week. Right? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time on Twitter Spaces.
The
All
look
right.
for Reed in the chat, it was Jaden Reed over 1.5 rushing yards.
And right there you go. There it is. Right now he's currently, y'all see that tweet right there, right, y'all?
I don't
Make
think
sure
you can drop
y'all-
links in YouTube, right? They can't even get the link to it.
We about to see. No, you can't in the YouTube. Although I did it from my page or from like my actual YouTube channel or whatever. Lo, we back for college football line blitz or what?
Yeah, tomorrow at 12 noon. Or actually, whenever y'all finish like calling the shots, it'll ramp up immediately after calling the shots tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. Like my goal in regards to calling the shots is to keep it to end by noon daily. I think me and
Okay.
Prop are kind of on the same page with that too. You try to, we try to go as in depth with stuff as possible, but also want to be able to give people consumable content to where they don't have to like file through an hour of banter, and just kind of keep the programming directly to the consumer where it's directly plays, and because that's what they want. And as you can see, that's how it's going right now. They've gotten the plays and they're starting to leave, which makes sense. That's what they came for. Again, appreciate everybody that tuned in. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you guys check out the X timeline. Going to be a lot of wins. I do have 12 plays on the timeline. Please bet them as advised. Please don't bet them stupidly. Like I said, for me personally, what the fuck, yo? For me personally, I went half unit on quite a few plays. Make sure you guys see that. You can find everything under the media section in my bio. These are the plays for the 4 o'clock window. And these are the plays for the 1 o'clock window. I'm sure all that shit was on the screen. All right. Fantastic. Shout out to Shamal Jabaz. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Follow everybody up here. Book of Chew, Profit Props, Roddy 404, C-Pen for the win, Low Sports Picks, my guy, Fast Money Prop. Appreciate you all. We will see y'all tomorrow for calling the shots. Drink something, smoke something. Don't drink and drive. Don't beat your wife. Y'all be blessed. Oh, shout out to my boy Saged Up Network as well. He's locked in, y'all. We got some shit coming soon. Make sure you guys are locked the fuck in. Go ahead.
One last thing. It's just simply no way that George Pickens doesn't go off tonight, right? After all the talking shit, it's just.
Well, aren't you hosting an episode of Dragon Ball Z during that game? I guess we'll find out when we watch that. I guess we'll find out. Who's Goku? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that Pickens is Goku in this episode?
I think he's Vegeta.
Oh, well, I guess we'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, which takes place at 8 p.m. on Props Twitch channel. We back? That's where we're back tonight, right? I'm like making sure like that's what we're doing, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
All right, bet. I'm sure you'll tweet it out. Yo, that's your fault, man. Listen,
Hell no.
like the video. We're out of here. Peace.